What's going on, everybody? This is Robo from All Bark, back with another video. Today on the channel, I'll be doing another Summer League recap video, going over the game that was played on Monday, which was the championship game, as well as giving you guys the Summer League first team and second team that was announced, as well as the MVP. Also, later on in the video, I'm going to do my own first and second league teams and my own Summer League MVP as well, so stay tuned for that at the end of the video. With that being said, let's get right into the highlights. In the final game of the Summer League, we got to see the Cavs take down the Rockets fairly easily thanks to a great third quarter, with the final score being 99-78. The Cavs got great performances out of their summer trio of Emoni Bates, Isaiah Mobley, and Sam Merrill. Mobley had his best night of the summer, taking home the MVP award of the championship game, thanks to scoring 28 points and grabbing 11 boards, and picking up 2 steals and 2 blocks in the defensive end, showing off that rim protection ability in addition to his post scoring. Just an all-around dominant game from him. Sam Merrill followed him with a 27-point performance of his own, with a 6-for-12 night from the three-point line, showcasing why he was an all-summer league selection. Emoni Bates showed a bit of everything in this game, going for 19 points, 5 boards, and 4 assists, and both a steal and a block on the other end. Going into the draft, defense was a huge concern with Emoni, but it's been such a solid showing this summer that he has kind of erased some of those question marks many had around him, although there's still much to be proven as this is just summer league, but it still was a great showing from him. Craig Porter Jr. was busy all night this game with an 8-point, 8-assist, 9-rebound performance. He had another game to me that has proven Craig is worth of a two-way contract at this level, and I really love what he brings to the table at the guard spot. For Houston, it was a rough night shooting the ball, going for just 38% as a team, and a rough night for Summer League MVP Cam Whitmore, although he made some really tough buckets in this one still. Just 6 for 17 on the night for 14 points and 3 rebounds for Cam. Nate Hinton played really well again though, going for 18 points and 10 rebounds on an efficient scoring night. Trevor Hudgens led the way from a playmaking standpoint, dropping in 13 points and 7 assists, but the shots just weren't falling for Houston and it cost them a championship, but credit has to be given to Cleveland's defensive effort for sure.
Nice little Euro sidestep for the layup.
The one thing we've really stressed to him is being an all-around player. He's scored at elite level already at his young age, and numbers have shown over the years, so we look forward to that, and guys will improve, put in the work this summer.
Summer League provides these guys with a different opportunity. For Isaiah Mobley,
Samuels off the steal, Hudgens from the corner, got it! Mobley picks up Hudgens, who launches the 3-ball, picks him up on the switch, 5 on the clock, got to get to work. Cross court. And another jumper, McGee. Nice cut by Mobley, the jump hook is strong, got it back. 2 for a quarter, lays it home. And Porter leading the break. Bates running the floor, slams it home. Samuels inside for the layup.
The off-the-bounce game, posting up, offensive rebounds, even knocked down a triple.
Whitmore goes tween, and he got picked clean. Bates, finger roll, got it, whistle, and 1. Porter cross court, Merrill catch and shoot. He lined up the seams. Mobley spins, got it blocked, hung on the rim, and put the second one home. Pardon me, it's Brent Haskell. Inside, tough move. What a classy, slick finish by Whitmore. Here's Nance. Little flare action for Merrill, and he makes it count. Bates on the drive, got it to go off glass. Against the city where he attended college initially. Here he is, picking up the loose ball, 1 more to Merrill. Good decision by Bates. Here's Mobley, got Hudgens, a little one, they switch back. A long 2 by Mobley, cans it. Baseline. Another Rockets 3, drops. Hudgens open 3, that's way off. They get another chance. Hinton with the scoop, got it. Hudgens off the Samuel screen. Inside Whitmore. I'm going to come back to you on that X-guy thing in a moment. Mobley inside, double teamed. Through the traffic, got it to go anyway.
You see Gary Payton II, Wiggins get layups and dunks all the time on that play.
Great stuff. Mobley, league basketball as well. He came here a season ago looking to get a job as Hudgens knocks down the long 3. Little jab step. Raising up. Oh, that is a big body Benz move. Hudgens switches on to Porter. Merrill with a nice fake. Cuts it loose. Played for the Hawks for a minute. Nice rings after this game as a reward. Jason of Beverly Hills. 1 minute to play here in the championship game. The layup good, and to see who wins the Summer League MVP championship game award. That's it. It's a final. Cleveland wins the NBA 2K24 Summer League Championship.
Alright guys, so here we have the 2023 All Summer League first team, starting off with Keontae George, who of course was going to make this, as he averaged about 22 points per game and 6 assists on pretty good efficiency, 52% from the field, 44% from 3, nothing more you could ask from him if you're a Jazz fan. Absolutely killed it prior to that ankle injury that held him out of the last few games. The Jazz really could have won a title here if Keontae stayed healthy, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Next we have Sam Merrill, who averaged nearly 19 points per game on 43% from 3. He also is playing in the championship game today, and he averaged 3 assists in the summer. Of course he was going to be here. He's a pretty solid shooter, and he really showed that this summer. Next we have Orlando Robinson, who came in with a third spot here at 25.8 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists on 58% from the field on the summer. Just an unbelievable summer for him in the paint, dominating. He hit some threes in this one as well. Big reason why the Miami Heat were so competitive this summer, even though they weren't able to push for wins because Jaime Jaquez went down. Fourth on the list is Hunter Tyson, who absolutely deserves to be here. Almost 21 points per game, 6 rebounds, and probably the best efficiency of anybody in the summer, shooting 55% from the field, 50% from 3, and almost 90% from the line. Those splits absolutely were sure to get him on one of these teams, and first team I agree with. And last guy on the first team, Cam Whitmore, over 20 points per game, almost 6 rebounds per game, and 3 steals a night, including 8 on one of those games. He shot 46% from the field and was a big reason why the Rockets are in this championship game. Of course, they also had performances from Jabari Smith and Tari Eason, but those guys only played 2 games. Cam Whitmore really carried the load with them out, and is absolutely deserving of this first team performance. Next, we have the 2023 All Summer League second team, led by Amani Bates' 17 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 41% from 3. He's also playing in the championship game along with Sam Merrill. Of course, he deserves to be here. Following him in the list is Max Christie with 19 points per game, 6 rebounds, and almost 4 assists. Biggest thing with him was the defense, almost 2.5 blocks and a steal per game. Absolutely deserving of being here as well. Big time coming from Max Christie. I'm excited to see if the Lakers can slide him into the rotation at all this season. Next is Javon Freeman Liberty, who had an outstanding summer, averaging over 21 points per game and getting over 4 assists per night. 46% from deep from him. Another guy who's a G Leaguer who might have seen his way onto a roster after this summer performance. We'll see how that turns out, but unbelievable summer from him and definitely deserving of a spot on one of these teams. Next is Jabari Smith Jr., who got on this team despite only playing 2 games thanks to a 35.5 point per game performance over those 2 games. He also averaged 7 rebounds and 4 assists a night, as well as a block. After a pretty slow start, he absolutely lit it up in the last game and a half. Unbelievably 2 games of summer for him, and Rockets fans are of course extremely excited about his future. Last on the second team is Jalen Wilson, who led the Nets to a semifinals appearance. He averaged almost 18 points per game and almost 8 rebounds per game, as well as 2 assists, shooting 44% from the field. Really solid defense out of him as well. I really like his leadership. I think the Nets possibly got a steal in him in the draft, drafting him so late in the second round. Another guy who had just a great summer, and I'm really excited to see what he can do for the Nets in the future. Your 2023 Summer League MVP is Cam Whitmore from the Rockets, 20th overall pick, looking like a big-time steal there. We'll see what he can do tonight against the Cavaliers in the championship game, maybe add to that resume a bit. But he is the MVP this season. I think he is deserving. His defense was phenomenal. His athleticism was all over the place. And I think his ability just to take over games, especially when the Rockets were missing their top stars who sat out the later games, was incredible. Big part of the reason why they're in the championship game, as I mentioned before. Just a great summer from him, and the Rockets fans have a lot to be excited about. Now I want to give out a couple honorable mentions for myself, some guys that I think could have definitely made these teams but didn't. I'm going to start off with Jaden Springer, as he averaged over 22 points, almost 4 rebounds, and almost 3 steals per night for the 76ers. He also averaged over a block per game in this summer, and I think his overall defensive ability is just going to be really huge for the 76ers, as they may have just found another guy that can come off their bench and produce for them. Second is going to be Tari Eason, who despite only playing 2 games, also averaged 23 points, almost 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks per game in those 2 games. Definitely a guy who is deserving of making a team, but of course, the 2 games really hurt him and his chances to make the second team. Next is Lester Quinones, who I really thought was going to make one of these teams, but I think the poor efficiency is definitely the reason why he didn't see his name on there. He averaged over 21 points per game, almost 5 rebounds per game, and over 5 assists a night. On poor efficiency was the biggest issue. That's why he didn't make either team, but I think he was definitely deserving of a shout out after a great summer. Lastly is my Detroit Pistons pick, Asar Thompson. He was phenomenal all summer. A little bit lower usage, which is why the points per game wasn't there, which is probably the reason why he didn't make one of these teams. I honestly thought he would make second team because of the defense he displayed. He averaged 2.5 steals and almost 2 blocks a night. He was fantastic, shutting down opponents all summer. He also averaged almost 4 assists, 10 rebounds, and 14 points per night. I definitely think he was deserving of one of those 2 teams, but he didn't make it. I think he's definitely worth an honorable mention, though, as why I'm bringing him up here. Just a phenomenal summer for him, and as a Pistons fan, I'm really excited to see what he can bring to the team this year, possibly starting on a wing role. Other than that, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, as always, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.